What's up, everybody? Hands Down Sports, and I'm back with another video today, July 1st, 2025. The NBA, a lot of signings, a lot of teams getting different players, and some players moving. And I was like, wow, never would have thought that. And of course, I'm going to start with the Indiana Pacers, who are just in the NBA Finals. Free agent Miles Turner signs with the Milwaukee Bucks. Now, the Milwaukee Bucks, at the same time, they waived Damian Lillard. So he's out there in the market, even though he had the Achilles injury in the playoffs. The Detroit Pistons signed Duncan Robinson to a 3-year deal, and that was a shooting guard or small forward for the Miami Heat. OKC gave their man, their superstar, Shai, I don't even know how to pronounce his last name, Gilius Alexander, SGA. They reached an extension of $285 million. Milione. Oh, that's crazy. Apparently, allegedly, I don't know. It kind of looks like they're going to pay him like $1 million a game next year. That's bananas, bro. The Toronto Raptors signed Jacob Patel to a 4-year deal. He got paid over $100 million. Now, let me see here. Sources say that Trey Mann returns to the Hornets for a 3-year, $24 million deal. The Nuggets signed Tim Hardaway Jr. to a 1-year deal. And it goes on and on and on. But the guy that I wanted to talk about is apparently going to be signing with the New York Knicks. And that's going to be Jordan Clarkson from the Utah Jazz. He is a free agent, and it looks like he's going to be helping us out in the backcourt over there in New York. Westbrook is a free agent, but I don't know if the Knicks are going to be in the runnings for him. But stay tuned, man, because it's a lot of deals. It's on and on, man. So much I can't even, might as well just let it go. But wanted to give props to the Houston Rockets. They signed my guy, Hansel Emmanuel, a 2-way contract from Austin Pace State. That was the college he went to. He's a gentleman from the Dominican Republic, about 6'7", 6'8". He's the gentleman. He's the kid that lost his arm when he was a young boy, his left arm, I believe, and he made it to the NBA. Now, of course, he's gonna be like going back and forth to the G League, but this kid, he's determined, man. I think that you got to watch out for that guy, man. He's going to come through and he's going to be like, I'm not staying in the G League more than a month. I'm out of here, son. I'm dunking on everybody. Get out of my face. And he's a good shooter and everything, man. So we'll see how he does in the upcoming year. Hopefully they sign him to a really great deal. And there was something else that I saw. The New York Knicks signed a young dude recently, and he was on the TV show where they showed Shaquille O'Neal and Allen I basically rebranding the Reebok brand in the for basketball, and they were signing some people. Let me see if I can find that for you. So the Knicks in the draft with the number 51st pick this year in 2025, they drafted Mohamed Diawara, right, with the 51st pick in the second round. And then the New York Knicks stayed active and signed phenom, undrafted guard Dink Pate. Now, Dink is the gentleman that I was just mentioning. He was on the TV show that I saw on Netflix when they were showing Shaq and Allen Iverson, basically the president and vice president of basketball operations for Reebok. And this kid was in high school at that time, and now he went to the G League, so he didn't go to college. He went to the G League, and then the Knicks got him. And I'm like, whoa, man, I can't wait to see what he does, man. Because the way he was, on that TV show, it looked like he had it going on, man. And Shaq was praising him big time. So of course, Clarkston is on the team. Oh, another ball player that the Knicks signed. Let me see here. His name is Jershawn Yabusele. He was playing for Philadelphia. A 2-year, $12 million contract with the Knicks, plus player options. Sources tell ESPN. I was like, man, that's not a bad look, you know what I mean? Because these are the guys that we need to come from the bench for the Knicks and produce and give us some big minutes and some big, big time defense, man. So Knicks, I think they're doing the right thing. I mean, they should have a coach in the next week or two. Coach Brown, he used to coach for the Cleveland and the Lakers and some other teams. He's in for a second interview, and I hope that he gets the job. That would be nice. You know what I mean? Now, switching up to baseball. Let's see here. Of course, everybody knows that the Boston Red Sox traded away third baseman Rafael Devers to the San Francisco Giants, and I think they're about to deal some other guys too. The Tampa Bay Rays are playing really good baseball, and at this particular moment, they play at the Steinbrenner Field, which is a AAA baseball field for the New York Yankees. And if they make the playoffs, where are they going to go to play those home games? So right now, it's like, do we send them to the Miami Marlins, stadium, which is a dome? You know what I mean? They're not going to make the playoffs in the next 10 years, so, so Tampa Bay can go there and use their facility. It's only like a 3-hour drive from Tampa to Miami, or 4 hours, something like that. For the Tampa Bay fans to drive to. Or the other baseball stadium that they're talking about is over there at Atlanta Braves, which is from Tampa Bay is like a 8-9 hour drive, I believe. So that's a huge dilemma at the moment if the Rays make the playoffs, which they've been, a really good team for probably the last 8 years. They made several appearances in the playoffs in those 8 years. So we'll see what happens, man. Tampa Bay Rays, just keep playing hard, man. Official. The LA Angels, their head coach Ron Washington, on Saturday they had announced that he would be out for like some medical leave for the remainder of the 2025 season. So Ray Montgomery is announced as the intern coach right now, and I wish Mr. Washington the best recovery and his medical situation. Hope he's doing good, man. I mean, I was there when you coached the team against the Mariners. If you want, check that video down below. I was there at that nice stadium, man. It's a nice stadium, man. It's not that bad, actually. If they do a little bit of upgrades, you'll be like, whoa. But I don't mind going over there again. And then I would like to say rest in peace to Dave Parker, who of course played for Pittsburgh and I think a couple of other teams I believe he's going to be in the Pirates Hall of Fame pretty soon, or the Major League Hall of Fame. I don't know. Tim Kurchkin was talking about on his podcast, but rest in peace to him. I heard he was like an animal out there. He did win the MVP when I was born, I believe, 1979 MVP, and they won the World Series over there for Pittsburgh. So Dave Parker, let me get into his stats. Oh yeah, he is in the Hall of Fame. Dave Parker's in the Hall of Fame. He has an MVP, 2-time World Series champion, Home Run Derby champion, 7-time All-Star, 3-time Gold Glove, 3-time Silver Slugger, 2-time batting title, and an All-Star MVP. Now, he played for Pittsburgh the majority of his career. He went to Cincinnati, Oakland, Milwaukee, California, and Toronto. But, those were like towards the end of his career. The year that he got MVP was 1978, the year before I was born. 2 World Series championships, when Pittsburgh was mad nice, man. And they haven't seen none of that. You know what I'm saying? Ever since, babe. And hopefully they turn it around, like right now, that they got a good farm system, they got a great starting pitcher, and they got some guys in on the team, man, cruising them, even though sometimes I feel like he doesn't want to be there. But, we'll see. Right now, the standings in the major leagues are pretty interesting here. So New York is still in first, but they're only 1 game ahead of Tampa Bay Rays and the Toronto Blue Jays. Boston is 6.5 away from the East. In the Central, we still got Detroit in first place. Remember, I was thinking that, they were going to do all right. I didn't think they were going to be this good. I thought Cleveland was going to be on that top spot and they would be battling with Kansas City. But nope. 11.5 games ahead of Cleveland, 12.5 ahead of Milwaukee. Detroit, man, they ain't playing, bro. And they got one of the best pitchers over there as well. In the West, Houston is in the lead right now, 6 games above Seattle, 8.5 from the Angels, and even Texas is 9.5. But we don't want to talk about the other teams because the Angels, the White Sox, Baltimore, man, losing records, man, they're not looking good. In the National League, we got the Philly, 2 games above the Mets, and they're going to be switching back and forth the whole season. Then we got Atlanta, which is 11 games behind with a losing record. As bad as the Marlins. The Marlins are 11.5 away from the first place in the East for the National League. Chicago Cubs have the best record in the Central, 2 games over Milwaukee, 3 games over the Cards, 5.5 from Cincinnati, baby. So come on, Reds, let's go. The Dodgers, they're the best team in the West of the National League, 7.5 games over from the Padres, who have the nicest stadium in the major leagues right now. That's what I'm going to say because I haven't been to all of them. But San Francisco Giants are 8 games behind. And in Arizona, you got a lot of work to do. You're at 500 ball club right now, but you're only 10.5 from the West in first place. So let's get to it, bro. And that's my show today, man. Thanks for tuning in. Don't forget to hit the like, subscribe, notification button for me, my G. I would really appreciate that. And hasta la próxima, loco. Hands Down Sports. Y estamos aquí.
Hands down. Hands down. Hands down, shit, you know what I mean?